Okay. I just like to, you know. Okay, so we're gonna move it along here. So as you can see, we've taken you from different routes. All the advice that they're giving you, if you apply it, it could potentially change your life, and it could potentially lead you onto the career that you really want to have, which is what I want for you, everyone wants for you, and you can get it. So we're gonna move along here to our final speaker. And his name is Mike Schreier. Mike Schreier is an award-winning author and co-author of many books. Mike leads by an example, following his passion while showing wisdom as an educator, speaker, and coach. He is the CEO of I Inspire Inc., which inspires you to own your online presence and to live life on your terms, doing what you love. So please give a warm welcoming to Mike Schreier.
So I want to get to know you because you matter most. Do you want to make money? Do you want to make more money? Do you want to reach financial freedom? Yes, you do. I'm here to change your thinking. I'm here to take you to the next level. But first of all, 90% of success is showing up. You're here. Everyone else is out there watching maybe Game of Thrones, surfing Facebook, not knowing where they're going. But you're here for a reason. You're here to raise the bar. You want to see what's possible. Because after all, you don't know what you don't know. So why not learn it from somebody who might know and guide you to the next step? So you ready to learn?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I need the audience. And the audience, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to make you rich, but you need to entertain me. You got a deal? Is that a deal?
Yeah.
Yes? All right, let's hear yes. 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 All right, here we are. So in order to be successful, you need to know what success means. What does success mean? I want a definition of success. Let's get your answers. Because if you don't know what the word success means, you won't know how to be successful. This is the key on how to be successful. So what is success? What is your definition? There is no wrong answer. Everyone has their own answer for success. So what is success? What is success? Answer.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. You're sitting in the front row with the striped shirt. What is success? What is success?
Loving what you do in life.
Loving what you do. I love it. I love it. I'm going to put a nice big heart here because really it's all about loving what you do. That's a great answer. What's your answer? Success. What is success?
Setting up goals and achieving them.
Yes. Goal setting. Absolutely. Earl Nightingale said, a progressive realization of worthy ideal. It's also about goals. What is success to you?
Using all the skills and things you've learned in life to excel to the best of your ability.
Excel. Absolutely. You need to excel. You need to keep raising the bar. What else? I'll go with your partner here.
Sense of fulfillment.
Fulfillment. Absolutely. I love these words. What an intelligent crowd. Fulfillment. Girls, what do you say? Success.
The drive to keep improving.
I love it. Like fulfillment. I love it. Drive. Yes?
I would say the ability to be able to use your education and enjoy what you're doing.
I love it. I love it. You're all right. Next. Success. What does it mean for you?
Maybe living comfortably, maybe not say money, but money.
Money equals success. I like the way you're thinking. How about yourself, sir?
Personal growth and being able to make a difference, not for yourself, but others as well.
Yes, growing. And you have revised your answer?
Yeah, another one. Never giving up, never quitting.
That's right. Give yourselves a round of applause. You are all. Success by definition, I'll give you my take on it, is doing what you love, but making money doing it. You need to make a living doing what it is you love to do. You have a strength. You have a story. You have something special about you that you can give to others, which is your value, which is what Chris was talking to you about. The value you bring to others is exactly what people want from you. because we are in the information age. So that's what's really important about success. So let's take it up a notch. And before taking it up a notch, what's the definition, or what's actually the most expensive thing? What's the most expensive thing in this world?
Time.
Time. I love that, because once you spend time, you can never get it back. I love it. Next. Shoot out your answers. This is an interactive session. What's the most expensive thing? Is it a house? Is it a mansion? How about you that mentioned money?
Oh no.
What is the most expensive thing in your mind that you think?
Yeah, I guess house, probably.
A house, yeah. Usually a mortgage is the most expensive thing, but I'll tell you the most expensive thing is what you're not thinking about. It is a closed mind. It is ignorance. If you do not open up your mind to new concepts, you will not follow a new path to lead you to financial freedom. Would you like to reach financial freedom? Put up your hand. Absolutely. So let's change your way of thinking. Let's open up your mind, because you may not have started thinking this way. So you need to see how we can help you to change your mind. So I'm going to teach about 3 concepts of success. But before I do, I want to define what financial freedom is. So what is financial freedom? Who can tell me the definition of financial freedom? If you want to reach financial freedom, you need to know what's the definition. What is it for you? So I'm only looking for a few answers. What's financial freedom? Take your best guess. Financial freedom.
Spending money comfortably without debt.
I like it. I like it. I'll add to that. There is good debt and there's bad debt as well. So good debt will actually make you money. So debt, don't dismiss it. You can use it. Financial freedom.
You got money coming in, but you're not working. Residual income.
Residual income. I love that. I've also heard you can do what you want, when you want, with whomever you want. That's financial freedom. Sure, you can use it that way, but financial freedom, and I'm alluding back to Mary, it's a number. Financial freedom is a number. You have to come up with your own number of what financial freedom is. What is that number? That number represents one thing specifically: your expenses. Total up how much you spend in a whole month. Everything. Your student debt, if you have a house, then your mortgage, if you have car payments, your insurance, your meals that you go out with, your friends, nights that you go out. How much does that total? Have you ever taken a look at how much you spend in a month? Most of you haven't. Why? Because we just spend money as it comes in. Paycheck, please. Yeah, let's go party. Let's do it. But it's more than that. It's about reaching financial freedom. So what is that number for you? That number for you needs to be exactly what you spend on a monthly basis, and then make that money. Once you've made that money, you're living at zero debt. You're living financially free. But do you have to work for it? Most people do. I don't, because I don't have to. Why? Well, it comes down to 3 concepts of success, and this is what I'm going to teach you today. You ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? If you're not ready, I'm just going to walk off stage, I'm going to buy a drink, and then we can talk after. Are you ready to reach financial freedom?
Yes, yes.
Here's what I've learned among all the successful people that I know is 3 specific concepts. You need to have goals. Number 1 concept, you need goals. You need somewhere where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you're going to be lost and you're going to be making somebody else money. You'll never make the money for yourself. So goal setting is really important, but I'm not here to teach you about goal setting. I'm here to teach you about goal achievement. I am a goal achiever. Whenever I write it down, I'm sure I'm going to achieve it. Would you like that certainty? Put up your hand. Absolutely. So if you want that certainty, you need to set it in a specific way and follow a specific process. Would you like to know that process?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So let's go back to the basics. It's all about setting SMART goals. But setting smart goals is more than just setting it, but it needs to be smart way. Mary alluded to it. She bypassed it very quickly, but for me, I find that this is one of the most important concepts, because if you can set goals in a smart way and focus on it, here's the secret. Your thoughts become things. So don't you want to think about something that's worthy, something that you want, so that it shows up in your life? Absolutely. So you need to be specific. You need to be so specific that you can feel and know that you've achieved your goal when it arrives. And your mind doesn't know whether it's thinking or if it's already happened. So you need to trick your mind. You need to trick it in knowing that you've already achieved it when you set your goal. So it needs to be S, specific. So specific goals is what your mind can picture in its mind. If that makes sense. Did that make sense? Picture your mind in your mind. No. If you can visualize and think about your goal achieving, and it's in front of you, what is it that you will feel? So close your eyes and think about that. How do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel exhilarated? Do you feel pumped? These are the feelings that you need to think. And you need to exude these feelings, because feelings is what brings things from the spiritual universe into its reality. And that's why you need to be so specific that you can think about it and see it and feel it. I'm buying a Tesla. That's the electric car. And I'm buying the Tesla in 1 year from now. When all the other new Teslas are out, the old Tesla, which is actually the highest rated Teslas, will start dropping in price. But on top of that, I'm going to buy it used, so I'll know exactly how much it's going to be worth. But I need to have it specific. I'm not going to say, I want a Tesla. It doesn't work that way. You have to be so specific. I want a black Tesla, P85G, that goes from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Tan interior, as I'm holding the steering wheel, listening to my favorite tunes, with the window down, feeling the air coming through. I feel so exhilarated that that's how specific you need to be. You need to be so specific. Next, it needs to be measurable. If whatever you measure gets improved. So if you want to measure something, for me, I'm just going to roll with the Tesla. A Tesla for me, it's going to be $70,000. So I know that I need to make a certain amount of money every month in order to reach that goal. And so if I reach that goal, it's about $6,000. If I do $6,000 a month, then that's fantastic. I'm going to reach that goal. If I'm lower than that, let's say I only bring in $3,000 a month to save for that Tesla, I know I'm short of that goal. So I need to up my game, do more action so that I can reach that amount of money. If I'm overshooting it and making $9,000, hey, I'm doing great. I'm going to get that Tesla, and I might even get it sooner. Next, it's got to be achievable. Now, when it's achievable, it has to be achievable for you. So if you can find somebody who's achieved what you've achieved and follow in their footsteps, follow that system, you'll achieve it. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, somebody else has achieved it before you, and you can find that person. The world is flat. We're now able to network. There is Facebook and other social media sites that you can follow people that share your passion or have that exact goal that you want to achieve. How did they do it? Can you follow in their footsteps? Absolutely. So you need to achieve it. Now, what does R stand for? Mary?
Put on the spot.
It needs to be real. It needs to be so realistic. So realistic that you have to think about, what does it feel like if you've already achieved your goal? What do you see around you? Who's around you? What's around you? What do you hear? What do you smell? Peak all of your 5 senses and feel great doing it. This is what the law of attraction is all about. And they even made a movie out of it called The Secret. If you haven't seen it, have you seen The Secret, by the way? I want to know.
You've seen The Secret.
Bring up those hands. Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
You need to be exposed to a universal law. It is the law of attraction. If you don't know what the law of attraction is, it's always at play, whether you know it or not.
Who
If you
knows?
think,
Who knows what the law of attraction is here? One? Maybe explain it to them.
okay, I'll explain the law of attraction. Whether you think you're right or wrong, you're always right. Which means that whatever it is that you think, that's what's right for you. So if you think every day that you're going to have a bad day, you're going to have a bad day. If you think that you're going to have a great day and attract free things into your life, connect with the right people, attract abundance, that is what's going to show up in your life. But you need to believe. You truly need to believe. And it goes really deeper than that, but it all starts with goals. Because if you can think about your goal most of the time, that's what will come into its realization. And that's why whenever you're talking about any kind of success, you have to mention goals. Goals is really what will progress you to that next step and where you want to go. And that's what raises the bar for you. We're either growing or we're dying. You need to grow. And in order to grow, you need to raise the bar and find what it is that you want to do, what will bring you joy in your life. And there is no limitations. So it needs to be completely real for you. You need to picture it in your mind as if it's already happened. And lastly, T. It needs to be time sensitive or time bound. You have to put a time to it. If you don't put a time to it, there is no urgency. There's no aggressiveness to get that goal done. It's like, oh, it'll happen tomorrow. Well, guess what? Tomorrow never happens. It's only about now. And every step that you do today will get you closer to that goal. So focus clearly on that goal in a smart way. Put up your, okay, so let me ask you a bold question. Put up your hand if you have clear written goals. I love it. Do you have a plan to achieve them? Keep your hands up if you have a plan to achieve them. I love it. Here's the reason why you need to set goals. They did a study in 1972 in Harvard University. They went after MBA students. I will just wait because the attention is on something else other than me. I can say anything I want on the stage and I can't get enough attention until that's over. Thanks, Heather. So there's a study that's been done, 1972, quite a while back, but here's what happened. Is they went to Harvard University and they went specifically to MBA students. And they asked one specific question. They said, do you have goals and do you have a plan to achieve them? And here's what they found out after going after 1,000 students. They found out only 3% of students actually wrote down their goals and had a plan to achieve them. It's really not shocking because 3% is really what the world reflects today. Not many people write down goals. And that's where the successful people are. But here's what's amazing. They followed these 1,000 students 10 years later. They wanted to know what happened to the people that wrote down goals versus the ones that didn't. So they took all their information, gathered all their information, they followed them for 10 years. At the 10-year mark, 1982, they asked one specific question. For the ones that wrote down their goals or didn't, what is your net worth? And here's what they found out. The 3% that wrote down goals were 10 times more wealthy than the 97% of people combined that did not write down their goals. Isn't that a big wow? Mm-hmm. So you need to write down your goals, and there's a science to it. Would you like to know how to write down goals?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it right now. So you need to write down goals in a specific way. And it has to be as if you've already achieved it. So you have to say, I am happy. Now, that blank. And then you have to say by, and then time. I am happy now that I'm driving my black Tesla with tan interior, going 100 miles an hour in 3.2 seconds with the wind blowing through my hair, with the exhilarating feeling, listening and pumping to my tunes. By June the 10th. Is it the 10th today?
It's 9.
Okay.
When we're good.
So June the 9th. Actually, for me, it's actually July 11th because that's my birthday and that's when I've decided to achieve it. And that is my specific goal. I am happy now with that. And you have to say happy because you have to come up with the feelings. That's the feeling that you want to associate with it. Because when it shows up, that's the feeling that you're going to feel. So that's number one, the first concept. How many concepts did I say I'm going to give you today? Oh, were you listening? 3 concepts, that's right. Would you like to know the second concept?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Number 2, you need a mentor. You need someone who's paved the way before you. You need someone who is successful, who knows what it is that you want to achieve. Why? They will cut your learning curve down so fast because they've been through it. They will prevent you from making mistakes. So I'll give you an example. I decided I wanted to reach financial freedom. And for me, financial freedom was I need to be a millionaire. That's what I said. I need to be a millionaire. So I first of all set the goal. I am happy now that I am a millionaire. And I said by 40 years old. And so I thought, okay, I need to be a millionaire by then. What am I going to do to achieve this? So I kept thinking about it. Kept thinking, and what am I going to try in my life about it? So what I did is I found a mentor. I found a mentor who's a millionaire. And I thought, you know what? Why doesn't he teach me on how to become a millionaire? And that's what he did. Why? Because I had a goal to find out how to make that first million. So in order to do that, I wanted to make sure that I met the right person. And the way that I met this person was quite unique because I really wanted to find out specifically, and when I was in the transition of moving, I was moving all my books around and I found a book that I haven't read yet, but it always caught my attention because it was given to me very much in the same kind of setting as you're in today. The person was actually in front of the stage, gave a free book out. Guess what? I won the book, but I didn't actually read it. It was sitting on my shelf. So when I grabbed the book, it was Canadian real estate investing. And first, when I opened up the page, there was a quote from Andrew Carnegie. He's the man of steel who started the whole steel industry, became one of the wealthiest people in the world. And he said, 90% of millionaires become millionaires through investing in real estate. So I thought, if 90% of people that become millionaires do it through real estate, I need to invest in real estate. So that's what I did. I started investing in real estate. How did I do that? Well, first of all, I needed to find out how to do it. So I read the book front to back, and at the end it said, come to our seminar for free. It's an acre seminar. Come and check out this website for a next date. So I said, okay, I'm going to check. It was the following weekend, as soon as I finished reading that book, and I thought, oh my God, I got to be there. And I did. I went there. And at this event, I actually found a mentor. His name is Jeff Woods. And he became a millionaire through owning multiple pieces of real estate, which I didn't think that was possible. And he did, and I asked him, how long did it take you to do that? It took him 17 years. And I thought, wow, okay, 17, that puts me quite a bit over 40. But even though that I am a bit over 40 with that amount of time, I'd still be happy being a millionaire. Wouldn't you? Sure. So I started following in his footsteps. He took me under his wing, I bought his coaching, went through his programs, followed the system, and 2.5 years, I reached my million, I reached financial freedom. I did it. And I did it in 2.5 years. Why didn't it take me 17 years like it took him? Because he struggled. He almost went bankrupt twice trying to make it work. He made a lot of mistakes. But I didn't have to make any of those mistakes because he taught me. He also taught me how to learn and educate myself so that I can prevent things from happening, and then getting into the right pieces of real estate so that I can make sure that I make 100% return. And it's possible. Would you like to reach financial freedom in 2.5 years?
Yes.
Absolutely. And you can do it as long as you follow people that have done it before you. And that's the key. As long as they're doing something that it is that you love to do, follow in their footsteps and find out what that is. Jeff also taught me one thing, and here's how I knew that I was going to be a millionaire much faster than him. He got me in a piece of real estate, and he taught me a strategy. It's buy, fix, rent, and then refinance. So I bought this property. I fixed it up. I put people in it. They started renting, and I started making lots of money on a month-to-month basis. Fantastic. It was paying for the mortgage, it was putting more money in my pocket, and then he said, Mike, it's almost 1 year. It's now time to refinance. I said, well, what's that? What's refinance mean? What does that mean? And he taught me the power of refinancing. It means that I bought a property at a certain amount, and because I put in my own money and renovated it, it's now worth this much. And you go to the bank and say, hey bank, can you give me the split and tell me and give me back what it's worth? I made $180,000 with 10 hours of work. Would you like to make $18,000 an hour? Absolutely. And that's all it took, 10 hours of work, and I've been able to do it. Now why do I tell you this? Is because you need to open up your mind, because these things are possible. You may not have ever thought that you can make $180,000 in 10 hours, but it is possible if you open your mind. Find a mentor. Find someone who's paved the way before you, and there's lots of them. They are there waiting for you. When the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. Are you ready? That's what I need you to think about. Would you like to hear the third concept?
Yes.
Third concept is all about networking. Your net worth equals your network, or your network equals your net worth. Take your 10 favorite friends that you spend the most amount of time with. Take all of those people, put them all around you. Think about them. How much money do they make? If you take their average, that's how much you make. And it is by default within about 5% accuracy. That's how, like 95% accuracy, I should say, by 5% default. It is true. If you take your closest friends and you take their net worth, that's how much you're making on average. So think about your friends, and do you want higher net worth friends? Do you want to have friends that know how to attract money? Most of my friends are millionaires and multimillionaires, and automatically my income is just rising and rising and rising. I can't make it stop because they're giving me concepts that I just put into action. That's it. And so when you have a mentor to do what it is that you want to do, for example, I've got my master's in dietary supplements and I've graduated through nutrition. So I really wanted to write a book about that because everyone that knew me knows that I have this wisdom to share. So everyone's always cornering me, asking me, what should I eat? What shouldn't I eat? Should I exercise? How should I exercise? What should I do? And then I'd be stuck with them for about an hour's time trying to coach them and telling them everything. And then they usually don't do much with it. So I found my mentor. My mentor was Raymond Aaron, and he taught me on how to write a book. And that's why I wrote the book, Essential Nourishment. It's the fundamentals for a healthy, vibrant life. Now people can buy my book and get the wisdom without me having to teach them. This is the teaching material that they can get. And guess what this does? It now brands me as the person and authority that knows about nutrition, because I share my wisdom again for you. How many people want to know about health? Yes, everyone wants to know about health. Nobody wants to die. Everyone wants a healthy, vibrant life. So I also thought, okay, well, this is great. I know how to write a book. I also found another coach that actually taught me on how to write a book, and write a book so quickly that I wrote 3 books inside of 1 month, and I did this last year. Why was I able to do this? Because of my mentor. Because I've networked and met the right people. And that's the key. So I wrote another book called Your Title Here. It's the ultimate book writing blueprint. If you want to be branded and known as your passion for what it is that you value and what you do, write a book. Because this is the opportunity for you, not only to make money, but to make residual income. All these books are available on Amazon. And I get up in the morning, guess what? My bank account, it grows. Now, did I have to work hard to put these books together? Yes, at first, but now they're making residual income. I don't have to do anything anymore to promote these books as they're actually being sold on Amazon. And I wake up every morning, I check my bank account, and I'm richer and richer every day. Because I've met specific people that taught me how to do it. And that's what I'm suggesting for yourself as well. I've now branded myself as the Facebook guru, the Facebook phenomenon. I help you to reach your 5,000 friends in 90 days and get 1,000 likes on your professional page within the same time frame. Guess what that does for you? It brands you. And because you're branded, you tell people out in the world what it is that you do. And because you have an audience, they want to buy your products and your books and your programs. And that's how I'm able to connect with my audience and to share my wisdom and to share my programs so that people can not only buy them, but can change their lives, because it's all about branding. And so in order to be successful, you need goals. You definitely need goals. Secondly, you need to have a mentor. That mentor will guide you along the way, prevent mistakes, and cut your learning curve, because you don't know what you don't know. But your mentor does know what you don't know, and they will guide you, because you know what's possible. I will trade you all the money that I have to be your age, because I wish I was in your shoes, to connect with millionaires, to connect with successful people that do what it is that they love to do. Because I had to endure lots of time throughout my life in order to reach people that do that. And now it's very possible, because you can surround yourself with mentors. And that's where networking comes in. And networking is so important because you will meet people that you might sit down beside and have a business partner. The way that I met Jeff Woods through a real estate convention, just by talking to the person, I was looking, they did an exercise and they said, hey, turn to the person beside you and say who you are, what you do, and what you're looking for immediately to help you in your career. So I said, hi, my name is Mike. I own some real estate. I'm an investor, but I'm looking for a property manager. I don't know how to do this stuff myself. I need somebody to take care of my properties. The guy I was sitting down beside says, hi, my name is Jeff. I'm a real estate investor, and I own a company that does property management. And I thought, oh my God, I'm hiring you right now. And then he said, I'm looking to find out how I can do what those people do on stage and public speak. And at the time, I am an instructor for public speaking. And that's how I was working with Chris, and how I got to know Chris is through the Christopher Leadership course in effective speaking. And so we bartered services. I showed him how to public speak. He showed me how to manage my properties. And it worked so well because he took me under his wing, showed me financial freedom. So you need these 3 concepts of success. How would you like me to bring you these 3 concepts to your doorstep? Would you like that?
Yes.
I've started a business, it's called Business Boost. It is changing your way of thinking. Instead of working at a job, and I call a job just over broke, to becoming an entrepreneur. And as soon as you own a piece of real estate to rent, or you have a book, or you have a program, or you're sharing your wisdom, you are an entrepreneur, and you can make money doing it. So I've started this business called Business Boost. It's a networking group where we show you about goal achieving. And we put you in front of your mentors. Which means that we have guest speakers that speak about their genius. Every one of these speakers are millionaires and multimillionaires, and I'm connected to them because they're my friends. And I put them in front of you so that they can teach you what they know. Would you like that? So 90% of success is showing up. I reward those who take action. I reward you that are here today because you're here to raise your level of intelligence. And because of that, I will give you a free ticket to Business Boost so that you can come and expose yourself and learn from mentors, learn to network with other entrepreneurs, and you might even find not only an employer, but a business partner. So at this time, I'm going to conclude by you can get your ticket. Just give us your name and email, and you can see Heather wave to the group, and we will give you a free ticket to come. It's a monthly meeting. The next meeting is on June 23rd, and it happens once a month, and we're doing a massive launch in September that we would love to have you part of. So thank you very much. And let's take a break for about 5-10 minutes, grab a drink, and then we're actually going to be having a panel where we're going to be answering all of your questions so that you can take your next level in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.